Perfect.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Observant Lineman. I am your Observant Lineman, Uche Nwaneri. And today, the DC Defenders and the New York Guardians faced off in the second week of the XFL. And it wasn't the game itself that made headlines, but rather the actions of a certain quarterback by the name of McGloin. I've never heard of him, but this guy did something that is utterly unfathomable in the realm of team sports. This guy, the quarterback of the New York Guardians, the face of that franchise, the leader of that team, decided he was going to throw the entire team under the bus.
What does this team need to do on offense to get something going here?
We need to change the whole entire game plan at halftime.
Okay, what do you need to change about the game plan? What are you frustrated about?
There's just a lot going right out now. It's embarrassing for us here as an offense, so a lot of things we want to fix and correct.
Thanks.
Wow. Changed the entire offensive game plan.
And one thing that I don't think Matt McGloin realized was that he was mic'd up the entire game. This guy's mic'd up and you hear him throughout the course of the game bad-mouthing the entire game plan.
Conversations about the double A's for freaking since December. I remember bringing it up, and I said we're gonna last week, and I don't want to name names, but
regardless of any of that, this guy decided he was going to be pointing fingers at everybody else instead of looking inward and doing his own self-critique on his play during the course of the game. And to me, as a player, I just felt like I had to get my perspective out there because this was a cardinal sin in the football world. Now, look, I watched the game. I understand that there were issues with the offensive line. He wasn't getting much protection. He was under pressure almost as soon as he finished his drop routinely. And that was due to the fact that the center and the right guard were backups who were replacing guys who were injured. And one of them, I believe, was just signed off the street. So they were not necessarily in the best position to be successful to begin with. But aside from all of that, how many times have you seen a quarterback go out there or a receiver go out there or an offensive lineman go out there in the NFL, even in the XFL, arena football, team sports, every kind of sport in general? How many times have you seen people go out and have piss poor performances and point the finger at everyone else and say, no, it's their fault, it's his fault, it's his fault, it's her fault? No, you don't do that. So a quarterback has a bad game. His team doesn't win. They get drummed by their opponent. And in the post-game press conference, what do you see? Generally, you see a quarterback who is humbled and who takes the responsibility of the loss on his shoulders. That's what being a leader means. Yeah, we know it wasn't just on him, but you don't go and point and say that it's all these other people and it's not me.
Dude, at no point in time did I feel like we were going to be successful. No point in time I felt comfortable. Worst game I've ever been on. Hands down, worst game I've ever been on.
This guy surely should be on the street next week. If he was in the NFL, this guy would not make it back to the locker room. He wouldn't make it back to the locker room. And that's probably part of the double-edged sword that is the on-field interactions that you're seeing in the XFL. Yes, it does give us a better insight into what's actually happening with the team in real time. But at the end of the day, when you have players who are in certain emotional states because of, either having a great game or having a bad game, there can be a response that is not always what a person may have wanted, but they allow such garbage to come out of their mouth, and now they've put themselves in a predicament that is going to be hard for them to pull themselves out of. A lot of people who saw Matt McGloin today, I'm sure, questioned whether he was truly the quarterback to lead that team to any kind of success this season. And not just because he had a terrible game, but because the guy was a terrible leader. The guy didn't want to take any responsibility for his failings. 2 of the interceptions he threw were purely on him. Bad throws, bad reads.
Bit of a low snap again. McGloin intercepted. He's picked off down the sideline. Jameer Thurman to the house, touchdown.
He had receivers who were open. He didn't hit them. But when it comes down to it, he wants to put everybody else in the light of shame rather than take it upon himself, be the quarterback, be the leader, be the guy with the big boy pants on, and take responsibility for what you have done on the field, and just simply look forward to correcting those mistakes and improving your play the next week. That's what a good quarterback does. That's what a good leader does. And this guy clearly is not that. But tell me what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Hit that bell notification so you get notified each and every time that I drop a new video. I am your observant lineman, Uche Nwaneri. I appreciate you guys very much, and I will catch you all on the next video. Peace.